the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life.
Jump in my 6'4" and let the top dine. Trunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet. Cause this is how we do it in that 713. My candy red paint cocked up on foe. Shocking and body rocking cause the south side ho. DJ Screw got me falling asleep. This is how we do it in that 713.
Welcome to Sports with Balls. Here are your hosts, Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, and Grant Miles.
What up, fam? Is your phone on silent this time, Jeff? Make sure it's not going off.
Yeah, it is now. Oh, what, Grant? I'm tired of you already. We just started.
No, last time poor Butch, he's talking and he can hear himself
it's
like
Monday.
on the thing.
Are we at Kirby?
Well, because we've changed that before. But that was a good impression of me.
Welcome into Sports with Balls,
awesome.
and it is starting off with some, testosterone, really hot.
George already. Let's do this. Brady wins by 3. I say no, but we'll see what happens. What's up, Kevin Anthony?
What up, Kev?
Oh, thank you so much, Kev. I normally
Ashley and Miss Vicky. Oh man, we're starting off hot. Let's get
do it. I want to put these
Kevin
glasses.
likes the glasses.
I know we want to put these glasses on, but Johnny J over there, of course, he's joining us tonight as always. He says the glasses make a glare, so I can't wear the glasses.
Johnny don't know what he's
talking
talking
about. I gotta take them off.
Who listens to Johnny?
I bet Johnny don't even know what
Shots
day it is. I bet Johnny don't even know what the day is.
Oh.
Welcome into Sports
He
with
had a
Balls.
long weekend. I saw. Hey,
Yeah.
look, I saw this cat on Friday night. I would be shocked. I'm really surprised he made it home.
I mean, Uber.
Well, I'm
Okay.
not saying that. I'm just saying I'm surprised that he was able to
George, I'll take your $100
leave
bet.
the place.
I'll take your $100 bet because I got Kansas City winning this game by more than 3 for sure. But hey, welcome into Sports with Balls, y'all. Lauren, did you share the show?
Did you share the show?
Yes. Johnny does it for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't
so
have
you
anybody
don't
to do
actually
that
have
for
to do
me.
it. Johnny, do it for me too.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome into Sports with Balls, y'all. We're sitting over here at Chris's Tailgate, 5114 Kirby. And by the way, it's poker night. It does get busy here in a little bit, and they got 4 or 5 poker tables set up over here. I don't know what the prizes are, but pretty sure you can win some money.
Hey, if anybody wants to watch on Facebook, you can go ahead and do it because it's Lauren's head on Facebook.
Is it?
Yeah, you can't really see. Are we on?
Yeah, we're live. I had 18. Did we just cut off?
I got cut off on my computer, but
Mine's working, so boom, roasted.
Well, maybe it's just that. Anyways, we're sitting over here at Chris's Tailgate.
I'm gonna drink.
Can't wait to get into dude, busy show today. But busy show today.
We're
6. What?
You know what? I just want to say, you had some dance moves before we got up here on the mic.
Oh, no.
You said you were part of a dance crew, and you broke it down. I cannot wait for fans to come out and see this at our Super Bowl party.
Yeah, what was the name of your dance crew?
You got some moves.
What was the name of your dance
It
crew?
was ACB, Another Color Black.
Okay.
It was dope. We were in junior high. We used to win tournaments at Astroworld and everything. We had a blast. But I can dance.
Astroworld, the good old
Hold
days.
on. Tournaments? What do you mean tournaments? You won tournaments.
Yeah, we used to go to dancing competitions at Astroworld.
And have dance
Really?
tournaments?
Yeah, we had dance-offs and stuff. Yeah,
Oh, that's
I
right.
got
You said you were a
trophies.
break dancer.
Yeah,
Okay.
we used to have all that
Yeah,
stuff.
he said he was a break dancer. I asked him
Okay.
if he did a break dance on the cardboard. You know how they cut out cardboard and they do the break dancing on it? I asked him if he was that kind of break dancer. And
You
he
mean
said
like
no.
spinning on your head?
Yeah,
and
that
all
kind
of
of
that?
deal. But Jeff didn't do that.
Have you ever done that?
No, I've never tried to be a break dancer.
Oh, okay.
Jeff said he was though, and I was wondering if
Give me a second.
if he did the headstand. Oh, okay. Jeff's leaving.
All right, Jeff's
All right,
leaving. It
so-
looks like.
So what's up, Lauren? How you been? Been doing all right?
I've been doing good. Been following this Stafford trade and what it means, and trying to break it down like the rest of the world.
Well,
How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. I've just been trying to,
I'm back.
get ready for the Super Bowl because we're gonna have a party. You know that,
Oh
right?
yeah. Maybe you can try to break dance there.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not breakdancing. Jeff should do it though.
I might break dance at the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Do you do the robot?
No, I don't do the robot.
You
All
started
right,
to.
thank you, Thank you, everybody that's tuning in here tonight. Like Jeff was about to say earlier, we are at the Kirby location, as we are every Monday night for Sports with Balls. And thanks so much for checking in, Kevin, saying we can hear y'all.
Yeah, give me a second.
Feed is
We're
good.
fixing the feed right now, but we'll get to it. Today's show brought to you by Smarter Mortgage. David Carrier at 281. Call David Carrier at 281-650-0648. Mention SWB. Get a free quote ASAP. Call today to secure tomorrow. That's David Carrier at Smarter Mortgage. Did I say it?
You said it correctly.
You
Good
did.
job. Good job, bro.
Good job. It took you 4
Did y'all
weeks.
hear about Screech?
What about him?
I did, man.
Screech passed away today.
I heard about that.
No way. I did not hear about that. I've been
Man, cancer.
on the
Cancer,
sports
listen,
news.
of course, everybody knows somebody that's affected with cancer.
44, man.
Yeah, he found out a few weeks ago that he had cancer, stage 4
Yeah.
cancer. It was like, I think, a
Lung.
blood, was it lung?
Yeah.
And then, boom, gone. Like,
Wow.
within 4 weeks. Like, that's crazy. So, rest in peace, Screech.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That dude was a
So
great
sad.
character actor. I love that. I love that character, Screech.
He was,
awesome.
he was. And on a lighter note, speaking of being healthy, I started working out today.
Good job. How you feeling? Are you
Feel
sore
good.
yet? What'd you work
After
out?
one day, I feel buff, ready to go.
That's good. Good to go.
Good, man. I'm proud
No,
of
we
you.
actually had a conversation last week about Grant not playing basketball. So I was like, shit, I better get in shape.
Yeah, for real.
Is there about to be a one-on-one?
I think we might have a one-on-one, but Grant's
I
in
don't know,
shape.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm in A shape. That's for sure.
I'm in A shape.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Y'all pay attention. This is going to be a great show. We got a lot coming up. So let's get to What's Hot with Lauren Leal, brought to you by Joe Applewhite and Applewhite Realty, 713-291-5270. Looking for a place to move? Joe will make it happen. Making the impossible possible. That's Joe Applewhite, 713-291-5270.
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much for Joe for being part of our show from the very beginning, and we appreciate it.
And
Now-
there are, let me just say before we start,
Yeah.
there are pictures all over Facebook of Jeff and Joe hanging out. Like, y'all two were like BFFs, I guess.
I mean, we hung out for a while. We were partners. We were business partners for a long time. We had promotion group, and man, we did a lot of the clubs. Johnny DJs a lot of our shows, and that's how I met all these people.
Y'all are BFFs, man.
But
It's-
I
it's
got a
sweet.
show. I've got a show. We used to have a little Ozarka bottle we put between our heads for every birthday, and we'd share it, man, for 15 years probably. I've got 15, 20 years
Sweet.
of photos with Joe.
That's
Oh,
cute.
wait,
Easy.
Ozarka bottle. What do you mean?
Look, Joe's on right now. What's up?
Hey, Joe. Thanks so much. We're
I
just
don't-
saying
we
we're
would
so
just-
happy that you're part of the show.
We would just have a Ozarka water bottle, and we just put it between, like, osmosis, right? Whatever. Like, we were just always drunk. We put a little Ozarka bottle with our heads, and we take a picture, and we did it every birthday. But I've got a bunch of those. But yeah, Joe's a great friend.
Interesting.
Awesome.
All right.
It's just like Ozarka caught my attention because Ozarka was my favorite type of water growing up. Anyways, let's get into
Well, it could have been
That's
any
great.
water
That's
bottle. It
great.
just happened to be Ozarka.
Like,
No, it was my
Yeah.
favorite, and then I heard they were highly concentrated with chlorine. So, anyways,
my favorite water was water hose
Yeah, I did that.
growing up.
there you go. There you go. All right, so let's get into what's hot because, like Jeff said, there is so much to break down and unfold, and we'll start it all off with late Saturday night, the Matthew Stafford trade. So, Stafford spent his entire career with the Lions since he was drafted in 2009, now with the Los Angeles Rams, and in return, QB Jared Goff goes to the Lions, along with 2 first-round picks in 2022 and 2023, and then also a third-round selection that is happening this year. So to break that all down in contract terms, we're going to look at this. So Jared Goff signed the $130 million for 4-year contract extension with the Rams not too long ago. Now is a lot of dead money. Rams will account for $22.2 million this season, while the Rams inherit the 2 years and $43 million remaining on Stafford's contract. That's just, I know it's a lot to break down, but we can exit the contract, talk about it in a little bit. Let's get to the field.
Yeah.
And the question I have for you guys is one that everyone has been asking, but now I've kind of altered it. But I'll ask you first to start out. Is Matthew Stafford worth all that the Lions got in return?
Yeah. I believe so. I mean, Grant's going to jump on me because I said him and Deshaun Watson, which I've got.
You did say that. You said you compared
know.
Matthew Stafford and Deshaun
I
Watson.
know. and
cannot.
I've
You
actually
cannot.
I've got their numbers pulled up. They're comparable. I mean, and I think they were off by, let's see, Stafford in the current season, which was last season, 96.3 passer rating, 4,084 yards, and Watson had 4,823 yards. So he had 700 more passing yards, and he had a 112 rating. So that's pretty comparable. Both great quarterbacks. Well, great season as that season. So that's what I was getting at. But so I did have proof. I knew he was coming at me today with that. So so I had that. The problem I have with Stafford is Stafford has 0 playoff wins. He actually has 10 wins in 12 years. In 12 years, he only has 10 wins with team with winning percentages. So over 500. He's only won 10 times in 12 years against winning teams. That is unbelievable. And only had 4 winning seasons in 12 years. Wow. Now, that's who who the Detroit Lions have surrounded him with. The shit end of this deal goes to Jared Goff, who has to go to Detroit now with nobody. And, I feel bad, but there's a rumor out there circulating that Jared Goff was hitting on what's his name's wife, the head coach,
McVay's wife.
What?
So that's a hot rumor too. That there's some tension there, and so McVay was like, get out of town.
Well, to bring up McVay, because I was going to a second ago, is that the fact that he was the one who was pulling so hard for Jared Goff to come to Los Angeles, and they traded away so many picks back then to get Goff, and then made this huge extension 3 years after being with that organization, and now they're trying to trade him away. There's got to be some accountability to the head coaching and the reason why they were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, and now. Well,
this trade was a pretty big trade, and it kind of sets the tone for the Deshaun Watson trade, like George was getting at on our Facebook feed. Like, Watson now, the demand is 2 first picks, 2 second-round picks, and 2 defensive players, like really good defensive players. So that's a lot to ask for. We're going to see how the Watson thing pans out, but this is pretty big because if you get that much for Stafford, what are you getting for Deshaun Watson? So
exactly. Now the question in Houston is Watson's like, okay, if he can do that, I can do this.
Yes.
Right.
And we'll talk about that in a minute. But we'll take your take on this, Grant. What do you make of this trade? Do you think it was equal, fair? Who won? Who lost?
Well, I think it's good for Detroit. I mean, in that the draft capital that they get. Right now, the draft is where it's at because guys are getting to be so expensive as far as QBs that what you need development in the draft. You need young players which is really kind of how Belichick and the Patriots have gone through this. But I think the Rams win it. I mean, the one thing that the Rams did last year tremendously was play defense. The one thing they struggled with was offense. They just picked up Matthew Stafford. Say what you will about Matthew Stafford, but other than Calvin Johnson, name a high-caliber offensive player that dude has played with in his career, just off the top of your head. But don't name Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my point.
Moore was good for a couple years.
That's my point. He has not played with a high-caliber offense, and even on defensive
Marvin
side.
Jones Jr. is he's good, but he's not Calvin
But
Johnson.
even on the defensive side, he's never had a solid team. Unfortunately, dude's 0-3 in the playoffs. But he's going to a team with Sean McVay as a head coach who's an offensive innovator, great defense. I think everything is set in place. And for the Rams are now paying less for a quarterback that's more productive. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that you got to think about the Rams, I saw this, which is really interesting. The Rams paid Jared Goff $57 million over the past 2 seasons. $57 million. If they had just left him on his rookie contract, they would have paid him $27 million over these last 2 seasons, and he would have been an unrestricted free agent this year.
Show me the money.
So
That's right, Johnny.
So the Rams
they've signed
really
him after the Super
overpaid
Bowl,
for
right?
what they got.
They probably signed him after they went to the Super Bowl,
They did,
right? You know, of course, thinking that's their franchise quarterback. And then we all know 2 years ago, he had a horrendous season. And then this past season, he wasn't that much better. They could have been a lot better. And to your point, Matt Stafford on that team, I think, will make a difference, except for the fact that Matt Stafford is aging a little bit.
He is.
Dude, you want to talk about a guy that plays through injuries and plays through everything. Matt Stafford will leave his heart out on the field. Like, the guy plays no matter what.
Stafford's 32. Jared Goff is 26.
Yeah.
So you do have that. But, hey, when you just look at record, if you're just going to look at record to record, Goff has a higher winning percentage and has a higher completion percentage. Of course, he doesn't have as many yards, but, I mean, it's not like Goff was trash.
No, he wasn't. That 1 year he was bad, right? He had terrible season.
Last year.
Yeah. No, the season before last.
19.
Yeah, well, that's 19. What I'm saying, 2019, last year.
So, I mean, look, I think that Detroit's getting a good quarterback, but he's 26, like you said. But Stafford to the Rams, what do they got? 4 or 5 years to make it happen? And they've got an incredible defense. Like,
Incredible.
So
Incredible.
good luck to them.
Look, I do want to say one more thing, touching on this, kind of like what you said, Grant. I feel like each organization kind of got a win out of this.
Yeah.
And the Rams, you're talking about the defense and the great pass rushers, and Matthew Stafford is finally going to get to work with Cooper Kupp and guys like this
Right.
to pass to.
Correct.
And then you look at the Lions organization, and you get to see, okay, they get this 1 year with Jared Goff. See what happens. Maybe it's great, maybe it's not. They get after, and hopefully, all this COVID stuff settles down and there's not as many tests, positive tests, and things can get back to normal. You have a normal draft season.
Right.
You bring guys in, you talk to guys, you work them out, and you have those 2 first rounders in 22, 23. Who knows if they would trade those away for other guys? But I think these are both, like, Lions are rebuilding, but they have time on their side. And like you said, Jared Goff still is young, so he can turn
I doubt
around
this is
if
the
he
last.
wants.
This is not the last spot Jared Goff's going to land.
No, I
Right,
think he's
and
going
a lot of
to
people, are saying that as well. They're going
Yeah.
to trade him off if he's not doing so great. We'll see what happens there.
Well,
Lisa
Fariello
Fariello says the Texans were great when you were cheerleading.
Thank you, Lisa.
I don't know about
Yes.
great. I don't know about great, but they were probably better.
It's their furthest run.
Lauren Leal
It was
fan
their
club is
furthest
trying,
run.
man.
Yeah.
It was their furthest run in
Need a
2012.
separate little category over here for the people that
Yeah.
Lauren Leal and then me and Grant.
Yes.
Vincent said, "Woo!" So Vincent's a fan of ours.
Yeah.
He'd stay on our side.
Vincent's a good guy. Thanks,
All right,
man.
Cool.
Appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Vincent.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. I love you and miss you so much. I need to come visit. They have the best Italian restaurants in town. I think I've mentioned them to you guys before.
Okay.
They're literally straight up
Let's go
Italian
eat.
food, amazing out in
I had
Clear Lake on the
homemade-
water, and their family have the biggest hearts. They're so sweet.
Y'all
I love
follow
the
me on
Fariellos.
Facebook. So I had homemade spinach fettuccine Alfredo this past week.
Okay, you can't beat their fettuccine.
Let's
Alfredo.
go.
That's
I'm
what I eat
down.
when I go there. Yes. All right. Well, I'll put the places in the chat later on, but we're going to move on to the next hot topic, and that is Nolan Arenado. So many reports are saying that Arenado.
Yeah. Only reason I know how to pronounce it is I'm a huge Rockies fan.
Because it's not pronounced like
Yeah.
you had typed it. It doesn't sound like
Yeah,
it's the
Nolan
way that
Arenado.
it's spelled.
I'm a massive Rockies fan. It's the second favorite team.
Exactly. So many reporters are saying that the St. Louis Cardinals got the steal on one of the latest trades in Arenado. So the Colorado Rockies had signed this 29-year-old to a 6-year, $199 million contract, which he was just traded to the Cardinals for a $22 million per year from the ages 31 to 36. And to kind of break down his success and what all he's done, so he's had 37 homers at the plate from years 15 to 19, 5-time All-Star, 4-time Silver Slugger winner, 4-time Platinum Glove winner, 3-time National League home run champion, and 2-time National League RBI leader.
So he's good.
Wow.
Nolan Arenado is top level MLB player. I mean, he is. I cannot believe that he got traded. It's in shock still.
Rockies are looking to open up that cap space because he was taking a huge.
Yeah, of course.
Huge,
I mean, as
chunk
well
of
he
it.
should. Like, I mean, he's up there with the George Springers and Carlos Correas and Bregmans. Like, I mean, the guy, he's fantastic. I would have him in Houston any day of the week.
How do you feel about him going to the Cardinals?
I mean, Cardinals got a steal.
Yeah.
I can't believe. I mean, they were already a great defensive team. Now they pick up Nolan. I mean, it's just crazy to me. And I tell you what, you may be a kind of a Rockies fan. Rockies make a terrible free agent decision.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Just to let you know, since 2005, the Rockies have spent $281 million on 12 free agents, and they've pretty much all been disasters. You're talking about Murphy, Ian Desmond. You're talking about Wade Davis, Jake McGee, Brian Shaw, Mike Dunn, Jason Monte, Chad Qualls. Now you got Nolan Arenado. I mean,
Chad
Arenado.
Qualls. I beat Chad Qualls at a poker game at Mark Boardman's birthday, and I stole all his money. It was great. I love Chad Qualls, don't get me wrong, but it was awesome to beat him in poker.
Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Sorry,
All right.
That's awesome.
but no, like,
Yeah, put that on Jeff's bragging
Thank you, Johnny.
montage.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, put that on Jeff's bragging montage.
oh my gosh! But I didn't know they had spent over $200 million in like.
Since 2015.
Golly, I mean. The Rockies, I love the Rockies because I love going to their games. They have a purple row at the top where it's exactly a mile high from
Yeah.
sea level, and you
Yeah.
can sit up there. It's fantastic. You overlook the Rocky Mountains. it's just amazing to go to those games. But man, they're terrible now, and now they just got a lot worse.
Yeah.
It looks like a beautiful stadium. I mean, you never know who they're going to acquire after this. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Well, and not only that, but they trade him after he was probably at his lowest value. I mean, whenever you want to trade at
Highest
good value.
value.
Yeah, they traded him at one of his worst seasons during a pandemic. All these different
didn't
things.
play much,
I don't know. I don't know what Colorado Rockies are doing, but that just didn't make any sense.
I guess they're starting over. First of all, you're not going to get pitchers to Colorado, right? The Rockies, the ERA in Colorado State in the Rocky Stadium is unbelievable. It's almost a point higher than any other stadium.
Yes.
So no pitchers want to come there. So you're going to need great offense, and you just trade away Nolan Arenado. Just I don't get it, but hey, if I don't run the Rockies team, so I don't
to
run.
your point, I want to go watch a game in that stadium. I've seen it.
awesome.
I've drove by it. It looks beautiful. I would love to be in there to see a game.
I've been to about 40 of them. They're just unbelievable.
So St. Louis got better on defense and better on offense.
There you go.
There you
Way to go, Lenny.
There you
Lenny's
go.
watching. He's a massive Cardinals
the
fan.
Cardinals. Ugh.
Yeah, I hate the Cardinals.
I've never.
Just because Astros National League.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like the freaking Cardinals either, man. Suck.
Go Rockets.
Now we're gonna go to a. Hear that?
It is down. I don't have it on. It's not mine.
All right, so I
Oh, it's just Dog Jeff show. All right, we're 20
I keep
minutes
hearing
in.
a noise, and that's what I'm referring to
It
right
could
now.
be. It could be these people behind us at Christian's tailgate rooting on the Rockets. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go from the Rockies to the Rockets, which are it's a commercial break
21
right
to
now, but
4.
they were winning. Yeah.
21-4.
Killing the Thunder. Okay, so let's move on to a little sweet story here, if you will. Michigan Wolverines quarterback Dylan McCaffrey is now transferring to Northern California. Why do you ask? And why does this matter?
Colorado.
To play with his father.
Northern Colorado.
Sorry, did I say?
Yeah, you said California.
Yeah.
Colorado.
Starts with a C.
Colorado. Why? To play with his father, Ed McCaffrey. So Dylan McCaffrey, however, he was never able to earn that number one QB spot in Michigan due to injuries. He's broke his collarbone. And then last year he was a backup behind Phil. I can't remember his last name, but whoever the starting quarterback was. And then he opted out of the 2020 season. Now, like I said, transferring to Northern Colorado to play for his father, Ed McCaffrey, who has never coached at Northern Colorado because he was signed in 2019. And then in 2020, they pushed this season to spring, and now they're canceling that season due to COVID. But yeah, he will get a chance to play with his son whenever the season they do decide to have a season. But you recognize the name, right?
Oh, absolutely. For sure.
Ed's other sons
That's
are,
the reason I put it in here.
yeah, exactly. Ed's other sons are Nebraska quarterback Luke McCaffrey and Carolina Panthers
Best running back in
Christian
football.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got hurt this past
Yes,
year. But
I know.
yeah. Well, you didn't even play your fantasy. I don't want to talk about
Everyone
it.
comes like, Christian
She played
McCaffrey,
week 1.
Christian McCaffrey. And I'm like, no, I really think I need Derrick Henry.
That
I
family,
think Christian McCaffrey's going to get injured. And
that
he
might
did.
be the most athletic family in the United States.
I literally have in here, can I
LeVar
just
Ball
be a
will have to
dog?
disagree with you.
LeVar Ball would.
I went their genetics. Ah.
LeVar Ball
Yeah,
will
I
disagree
forgot what
with
the
you.
mom did. The mom was like an Olympic runner. The dad, obviously, Ed McCaffrey, played for the Broncos forever. I
Yeah.
mean, just dude, that family.
And that dude was a
Woo,
great.
I believe he played 13 seasons.
Ed
Yeah.
McCaffrey was an
Yeah.
incredible safety.
Oh,
man.
well, no, he's a receiver, dude.
Was he the
McCaffrey was a receiver. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember him. He was a great player. for
I
Denver.
mean, dude, that whole family, and you've got Christian, doing what he's doing with the Panthers, and then you've got the Nebraska quarterback. Imagine if you had a Carolina Panther as your son's a Carolina Panther running back, probably top 2 in the NFL. One of your sons is playing quarterback for Nebraska, and then your other son's playing quarterback for Michigan.
Yes.
Holy
And
crap!
now he's coming to play with you.
Yeah, I mean,
It says here that
golly.
McCaffrey's wife is the daughter of Olympic sprinter Dave Sim.
Yeah, so yeah, I knew there was an Olympic somewhere. In
Yeah.
that. I mean, they're just athletically inclined. But yeah, good for the McCaffreys. Go get it if you can get it. Get it.
Yep.
I just want to be in your bloodline. Give me some of your genetics, please.
Oh.
Dude, y'all always do that the wrong way.
Dylan,
Sorry,
Dylan,
just
let
need
us
a
know
little-
where you at, Dylan.
Every
Just a little
dang
shot.
time. I'm talking
You mean like a
about
little
the
shot, like a
genetics.
vaccine?
Like,
Okay, I get it.
I got you. No, we're with you, Lauren.
It's a
We're with
rated
ya.
PG show.
I hear you. No, it's all good. It's all
okay,
good.
Jeff, go spit on your head or
McCaffrey
something. Go break
family.
dance.
Wink, wink.
ACBs.
Hey, Super Bowl Sunday, I may break out in a dance, so y'all be prepared to know where we're going to be at. I'll mention it at the end of the show where we will be from 2 to 3:30 Super Bowl Sunday.
It's going to be so spicy, so fun.
Is that going the same promise bucket as you do like when you're talking about making picks at the weekend? Is that same?
Promise bucket?
I'm going to put that in the promise bucket, and I'm never going to pull it back out. That's what it is.
All right.
Please create a bucket and put promise on it.
Absolutely. You put that in the promise bucket, and we'll never get it pulled back out again.
I'm getting off the show.
All right now we are still in What's Hot with Lauren Leal. That's me. We're going to get on to the next one.
Nice. McCaffrey's, if you're watching.
Yeah, the McCaffrey. They can grow mustaches, too. That's on point.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to get on to the next one, and that is Lionel Messi. The 33-year-old had the biggest contract in sports history in Barcelona.
That's the bloodline you need to be in.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I will say I absolutely love Barcelona. It's an amazing city. So in 2017, he signed a 4-year deal, which was, get this number, $673,919,105
million.
If conditions were met, he was going to get
So
paid all of
basically
that.
$674 million.
That's
Yes.
just nuts. That's just freaking
Over
nuts.
4 years.
Over 4 years.
Over 4 years.
Okay.
Now
I just need a little sliver of that.
Now he lives in Spain, so Spain is going to take half that. So let's not trip out. He's not going to see every bit of that. He plays in Spain. Spain likes to take people's money, their government. So he's going to see half of that, but still, that's good though.
That's true. I remember when I traveled there a couple of years ago, they were like, oh, you wouldn't have been able to go to the Gothic Quarter right now, which is like, it's a part of their city where they have different sections. But regardless, they're like, you wouldn't be able to it because they were having political marches because of their government taking control and taking their money. So to that point.
What do you have here?
Damn.
I'm reading your computer. Sorry. I'm like, what is that?
He does not want to speak Spanish government.
I know. No part about it.
no
like, we
talk.
barely talk soccer.
Yes.
I know.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So we're going to Premier League. I like turned my angle my computer. So there.
I don't need notes.
We can tell.
So as far as the team, their most recent set of accounts revealed that Barca's total debt is over €1 billion, and player wages are responsible for almost 3/4 of the club's budget. So meaning he wasn't getting paid. He wasn't going to get paid all of it. Besides the government and all that stuff. So Messi chose disappointment, led him to attempt to leave the team in August of 2020, which didn't take place.
It says he's already gotten $510 million of that total.
Golly, dude. Like, I mean.
And he's still mad.
So do I teach my kids soccer or baseball? Just not sure just yet.
Looks like soccer's the way to go.
Yeah.
How is Cole? Is he liking soccer, football, baseball?
We're going to try him out this weekend, actually. I'm going to sign him up. I got some emails and stuff, so he's going to do his first sports this coming up weekend. I just been busy and
What
stuff,
sport?
and he hasn't really gone. I don't know if I'm going to do soccer or baseball yet.
Okay.
You know, it's too late for the football sign-ups, which is fine.
Can you do both?
Yeah, you can do both, I
Okay.
think. So it'll be the first time I've put him in any sort of group sports, you know, because of last year with the COVID and everything.
Yeah.
All that got canceled. He's just now 6 years old, and he was 5. I didn't want to put him in at 4, so now he's 6, and we're going to try it out.
Awesome. Well, good luck, Cole, even though he doesn't really want to talk
I do have a video of him moonwalking, so he can dance.
Hey.
In an Iron Man outfit.
He can be an ACB.
He'll be ACBD.
Yeah, ACB. There you go. My dad used to do this, and I'm taking on the family legacy.
So,
awesome.
Lisa, you bring up a really good point right now with the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. She said, should I get a mattress from Gallery Furniture and take a chance in a free mattress?
What's the
I
bet?
believe they're betting on Tom Brady and the Bucks to win.
No, don't get a free mattress.
I believe. I could be wrong.
So if you know the
If you can
details
look
of that,
up
just
real
message.
quick, just let me know.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But we will answer your question.
ma'am.
We'll have our Super
Get
Bowl
on it, Grant.
show
Yeah.
on Sunday, and
My
that's going to
bad.
be a lot of fun. But yeah, keep commenting on it. So play soccer. I can't even spell soccer.
Yeah, that's Vincent. I like
Vincent.
Vincent. I love Vincent watching the
I
show.
can
It's
spell
great.
hockey. Okay. Who's your favorite hockey team, Vincent? Just curious. Okay, let's get into our last What's Hot. And that is going to be both of these players retired after 17 seasons. And we talked about one last show and the other one a couple shows ago. So Jason Witten is now signed as a head coach at Liberty Christian in Argyle, Texas. How do you say it?
Argyle.
Argyle, okay.
That's how we
Is
say it
that
up
by
in Dallas Fort
your?
Worth. Up in Dallas
Yeah,
Fort
you know,
Worth.
if it's
Yep.
in Dallas, like he knows exactly.
I do.
Where it is.
Argo,
Like,
up near Denton.
and our
You're
group
damn
messages,
right.
he messaged back pretty quick about Witten.
I did. You're damn right.
Yeah, that's right. I know. I had texted y'all about it, and I think the retirement is real this time, guys.
It
He's
better
not
be.
just gonna sit
Yeah,
out and come back.
I love you, Jason
And
Witten.
then,
Don't come back.
and then the other guy that is on this photo as well, Phillip Rivers, retired after 17 seasons, which he came out with the retirement after the Colts lost. And he is going to be coaching high school football at St. Michael Catholic in Far Hope, Alabama.
You know where Trinity Christian Cedar Hill is?
Yeah.
You know that? That's
Yeah,
who
yeah.
I played in the state final in football in 1995.
you
Them
win?
boys-
Really? That's
Hell
cool.
no.
Yeah.
They're good.
What was the
They're
score?
real
What was
good.
the final?
That's a good question. I think I have it in those little clippings. I have to go look back at it, but we got our ass kicked. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Like they were fantastic. Like I mean, we were a little TAPS 3A school in San Marcos playing. I mean, a monster school in
Yeah.
Dallas, and
they're a monster.
they destroyed us.
All
well,
right.
it's not shocking that Phillip Rivers is coaching at a Catholic school. That's not shocking.
Why is that? Why?
Because that dude is a Catholic, isn't he? He's got like 30 kids.
And he never says a cuss word.
Yeah,
like, ever.
dude's. I mean, and that's great, dude. I mean, that's awesome. You live your
I'm
life that way.
Catholic, but I don't cuss.
No, well, you spell cuss words.
Yeah,
That's getting
you're
close.
on the
Lauren.
fence.
That's getting close.
Oh, okay.
When you're spelling
y'all
cuss
got to go
words,
through back our shows and listen, or go back
Yes,
through our shows and
yes.
listen to Lauren spell cuss words. She's like, S-H-I-T.
Yep. I mean, that's just you have the spirit of it in you, and that's even worse.
Okay, so Kevin Anthony just put that on there. And lastly, from Gallery Furniture, if Tampa Bay wins, your new mattress is free.
Well, George and I bet $100. I took Kansas City. He took Tampa Bay. But George, if you really believe that much, go get your free mattress.
Yeah.
Hey,
Put
man,
your money where your mouth is, buddy.
I've had the opportunity to interview Mattress Mac. He's such a nice guy.
Yep, Mattress
and his
Mac is
story
cool.
so cool. All right, well that wraps up our
Let me
What's
think
Hot
of a
with
cool
Lauren
story of
Leal.
somebody I've talked to. He's bringing up some dude he played poker with. You interview Mattress Mac,
Jack
and
Walsh.
I just, I don't don't do anything special.
You
You,
fixed
I don't do
cars.
anything
went and saw
special.
you went and saw Johnny J on Friday night.
Oh yeah, that was Johnny was LIT,
Ah.
Nice.
lit to shit.
He was on those Mexican candy shots.
He was. There you go. There's a new
Where's
phrase.
the buttons, Johnny?
There's a new phrase. He was lit to shit. Lit to
Oh, my boy
SHIT.
Chris Luna. Rockets, baby. Yeah, Rockets are looking good right now. 38-19 as we speak. Let's
All
get on. Let's
right,
thank
well,
some people.
Yeah, exactly, Jeff. We got to thank some people for making this show happen, and we got to thank Hybrid Technologies Group because they are the ones you can rely on when it comes to phone services, cable services for surveillance cameras, phone services, like anything like this. If I mention that twice, it's because they're amazing, and you should give Roy Stanton a call at 832-336-1201. That is Hybrid Technologies Group. Mention Sports with Balls, and you will get your discount.
That was good.
Thank you.
We also want to thank Construction Concepts. Josh and Mark do an exceptional job of making sure that Houston looks good. They are changing corporate culture one design at a time. From hospitality, corporate, luxury retail, and medical facilities, their team of experts can update or create a space that exceeds your expectations. Give them a call at 713-589-2682. That's buildithouston.com.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We got 28 minutes to squeeze in the rest of the show, which is jam-packed. And I know that Grant's got a big section at the end of this.
Oh, I do. Most deaf.
So, Lauren, get to it.
Get at it, Lauren.
Okay, all right, let's get to it.
Did y'all see her face?
Well, yeah.
Let's
She's
go.
zoned
Super
out.
Bowl is 6 days away.
Thank God.
So we want to bring up the prop bets, but first we had our first COVID issues already, and those could play a huge factor into the game if guys are out. And this was Chiefs place center Daniel Kilgore and wide receiver Demarcus Robinson on the COVID reserve list due to close contact but not direct contact. And this was reported by Adam Schefter on Twitter earlier and also on all of ESPN streams. And yeah, but they still have a chance to play on Sunday.
They'll
Yeah.
figure out a way for them.
For sure, yeah. They're gonna quarantine each one of them. They're gonna test negative.
Yeah.
You can guarantee that Patrick Mahomes is in a safe somewhere
Oh,
in a house,
yeah.
just locked in.
Yeah.
He probably can't even visit his. Is he married? Fiance, right? He got engaged.
I think
Yeah, I
they're,
don't know.
are they
Fiance.
married yet? I think they're married.
Something.
I know,
Okay,
but
well,
hey,
speaking of-
the girl, the daughter of the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs. Whoo! Ooh, I want to be in that bloodline. Hook me up.
Oh,
We're just talking
damn,
about
okay.
bloodlines.
She is gorgeous, and she does a bunch of Instagram stuff anyway.
Thank you so much,
there
Richard,
you
for
go.
saying great show. But speaking of being locked up, I was going to say, I heard that Tom Brady, his entire family is out of the house. So he has 12 days to himself to watch as much film and get prepared as much as possible. He's never had this amount of time to prepare like this.
Well, and he's at home, right? Because Tampa Bay is playing in
Right.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa
so,
Bay.
I don't doubt that Tom is going to be uber prepared. But we talked about this prior to. Tom Brady has not played well in Super Bowls. I know he's won a ton, but
No, he hasn't.
go back through his records and or stats, and dude, he's even in the playoff. Now, Tom does always find a way to win. I totally understand that, but I just think the Chiefs are too much in this game. I do. They have too many weapons, too good of a young quarterback, and I just think they end up out dueling. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. It could be, but I just think they end up running away with this by at least 2 scores.
He told reporters this week in preparing for the Super Bowl that he's open to playing till he's 45.
I mean, he's playing good. I mean, he played really good this last year. There were some games he didn't play well, but I mean, for most part,
Some
he's in the
turnovers.
Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
So I would like to not do something well and be at the pinnacle of what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? But to Jeff's point, he's played 9 Super Bowls previous to this. His passer rating has been over 100 only 4 times. At one point, the Super Bowl last time he played in, he was at 71.4. His quarterback rating. He's
My
thrown for
gosh.
18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 2,800 yards. You know, the one thing that's interesting about the Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady matchup, Patrick Mahomes is the last quarterback to beat Tom Brady this season, Week 12, and Tom Brady is the last quarterback to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. So, you know,
Wow.
it's interesting how this all works out. I mean, like I said, you've got the GOAT. I saw Nate Burleson the other day on NFL Network. He said you got the GOAT versus the kid. And the reason I call him the kid is, a baby goat is called a kid.
Is it really?
So they say you got the GOAT
Interesting.
versus the kid. So, it's going to be awesome.
I
mean,
like that. I like Nate Burleson a lot.
It's going to be awesome to watch and see how it plays out. I mean, all these different – but it's going to be the Tom Brady week. I mean, people are going to talk about Tom Brady all
And I
week.
think that works into Mahomes' hands and the Kansas City Chiefs' hands because it is going to be all about Tom Brady. And I'm actually shocked that I haven't seen more press about the Super Bowl yet because usually by now there's just show after show.
Well, the thing
and
is
usually
no
there's
one's
Radio
there.
Row. Yeah, exactly. Nobody's there.
Radio Row would have started
Yeah.
today.
It would have
That's-
been, yeah.
yeah.
It's almost overload by the time the Super Bowl comes. You know every stat, every absolute
Yeah.
everything, and we're going to try to give that to you.
We will.
We have another show Thursday coming up, and we have a Super Bowl Sunday special. We're going to be live from somewhere on Super Bowl Sunday from 2 to 3:30. It's going to be amazing. I'll let you guys know here in about 10 minutes.
Stay tuned. Speaking of spirit animals, I told y'all this right before the show because ESPN put it out.
Who thought about spirit? Did you?
She did.
You
I didn't
said
ask you,
goat
but-
and the kid.
Oh, okay.
You said goat.
I got
Oh,
you.
well,
Goat
speaking
is a
of
spirit animal?
no, speaking
It
of
could be.
speaking of animals,
if your
ESPN put
spirit
out
animal
that-
is a goat.
Mahomes said his spirit animal's a wolf, and Travis Kelce said his would be a giraffe, which I was like thrown off. I thought it would be opposite.
Giraffe.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your spirit animal?
Yeah,
Lauren.
I guarantee you know right off the top of your head, what is your spirit animal? You've already thought about this.
A cat?
A cat?
I think.
I think.
Is that what a cat
I
does?
don't know. If,
Yeah.
Is that what a cat does? Puts its man like that? Okay. I didn't
Mine
know that.
does.
I didn't know that.
I
My
don't.
kitty
I don't see
cat
Grant
does.
as a cat person.
No, we got a cat.
Do you have
It wasn't
one?
my choice though.
What's
Aw,
the
but I
cat?
bet it's
What's the
sweet.
cat's name?
Toast.
Toast.
Yeah.
What color is
Hey,
he?
I got 2 daughters,
I love
man.
it.
They
I
wanted a
love
cat. They named him Toast.
What color is he?
He's gray and black.
I'm a gray and white cat.
Yeah.
Toast.
Toast.
That's what my oldest one named
How
him,
old is
Toast.
he?
I had no idea.
You know they live forever.
I have no idea.
Oh, I know. He'll
My
be around
parents are
forever.
19 years
I'm
old.
not mean, but I had 2 cats, and they started pissing upstairs in my new house, and I took them into the garage, and I cracked the garage, they get out, and they just never came back.
Jeff, you live on a golf course. You never know what kind of
So
animals
that-
could be
so
out there
that-
I'm pretty sure they got dealt with.
So that would have mean somebody scooped him up. Well, it's nothing like my best friend. He was tired. His cat had just gotten too old, whatever. He took a bowl of food, and the cat drove out in the middle of nowhere and dropped him.
Oh man,
Y'all, this is animal cruelty. I will not stand for it. I'm a cat person. I
That's
love
not
cats.
exactly
Let's
animal
move
cruelty.
on to it.
Hey,
So,
cats can
What's
survive.
up,
They're
John?
good.
John, I see you watching. Thank you, John, for tuning in again, and my cousin Jeremy tuning in, and my cousin Chris tuning in.
Damn.
We got some
thank you so much,
Miss
family.
Sip. Miss
And
Sip.
speaking of the Super Bowl, are there some prop bets going on?
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of prop
I
bets.
saw one. I'm going to bust one out for you real quick.
Go
Bust
ahead.
it.
Okay. The over-under for pass attempts for Patrick Mahomes is 40.5. Over all day long.
I would say, wow, man, I don't know.
What's his average this season?
Like 42. I think the most he's thrown in the playoffs is 48. The less he's thrown is like 38 passes. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, it seems.
I can't imagine them putting it at 40.5 unless it's a really close game and they're running the ball, which they don't run the ball ever. Even when they run the ball, it's actually a pass. They do little screenplays, stuff like that. They consider runs, but 40.5 attempts. I'd
39.2 is his average this year.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said 38.
Yeah.
So 39.2. Yeah, I got to go over on that, man. That's the one prop bet that I saw that stood out to me.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. I mean, you would think that's going to happen, but who knows? Man, and see, that's the great thing about Andy Reid. Who knows what their game plan is going to be? You think one moment they're going to just run the football. You think, oh, they're going to run, and then they pass the football.
It's like play action
who
right
knows?
there, yeah.
But so yeah, I mean, there were some interesting prop bets. I mean, there's a ton of them. I mean, of course, there's the coin toss.
I'm going heads.
So you've got it's even the way I saw it. Now this scored in the BetMGM Sportsbook. What will be said first? COVID or pandemic? That's one of them.
What?
Yeah. What color of liquid will be poured on the winning coach? That's
orange.
One of the
What's
prop
orange?
bets. Orange is plus 125.
I'm gonna go.
What's
orange.
blue?
Blue is plus 700.
Yeah, that's a big one. Blue.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
How many times will Bill Belichick be mentioned? How many commercials will have a dog in it?
What's the over-under? Is there an over-under for the Bill Belichick?
It says more than once, negative 175, less than once, plus 135. So they at least think they think he's not going to be mentioned at all.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna go over.
You're going to go over?
Yeah.
Okay. How many commercials will have a dog in it?
I will say that advertisers have cut a lot of
Yep.
their commercials.
Yep.
They're not out there because they do not want to.
Yeah, the
offend
big guys all
anybody.
cut up. The big guys, Coca-Cola. We talked about this last
Yeah,
time. Coca-Cola, Budweiser, Coors, all those. They cut it and they donated what they were going to put into commercials ad-wise. They're donating it toward COVID relief.
One of them I thought was interesting. How many times will Giselle be shown?
Oh, is that one or two?
So you got 1.5.
1.5, right?
You got so over under 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah.
Ah,
They have the favorite being, or they have the favorite being over 1.5 times.
Yeah,
So
I think it would be over.
I think over.
I think
Especially
it depends on how they do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At the end of this game, if Tom wins, it's over. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going way over.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. This is one of them. Coach to have their nostrils seen first during the game.
Oh man.
But that's not going to happen because they're going to have masks on,
Well,
right?
that's what I'm saying. That one of them will fall down.
Well, that's what they're talking about. One of them will pull the mask down, so you'll see.
I'm gonna say Andy Reid because he might have that plastic shield on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Reid.
You're right.
I'm gonna
You're
say
right.
Reid.
What's the primary color of Patrick Mahomes' headband? That's one of them.
He does wear headbands. That's
Red,
right.
black, gray, or white?
Red.
White is the heavy underdog, plus 600.
Really?
Yeah.
I see red with it. With
I wonder if he
AC.
talks to his friends and he's like, all
I
right,
know.
hey, throw a couple of grand on that. I'm gonna tie a white one on. Like, boom, like you win a ton of money,
Absolutely.
right?
That would be fantastic. Man, think about that. If you had that in row to
Yeah,
him, you'd be like,
dude.
hey, dude, what are you going to do?
Yes, like, and he's like,
Yeah, right.
You know, you put $2,000 in Vegas to wear a white headband, and all of a
Yes.
sudden plus 600. Shit, dude, you're buying a new car just because he tied on a white bandana.
Yeah, you're like, hey, bro, can you go ahead and put the black one on? It's the heavy
I'm gonna try to get a
underdog.
hold of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, if anybody knows Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes,
I need to know
Let
what
us
color
know.
bandana he's wearing.
That's
Let
a
us
roulette
know.
right there.
let us know his headband. And then, of course, you got game stuff, longest completion, first reception, who's the first to make an interception.
First
you know, that
touchdown,
kind of
stuff like those are
Yeah.
interesting, man. The prop bets on first TD always get me, right? Because you can pick like Hardman, who will be like plus 2,400, right?
Yeah.
They're like it's crazy. Those always drag me in. I always, man, everybody I think bets big on Super Bowl. And
Oh, absolutely.
I'll put $20 on first to
It's the
score a
last
touchdown.
football we're
Yeah.
gonna see.
I always throw 100 on coin toss, and then
Yeah.
you know you just do a lot of crazy things, man. The bandana one thing that might get me.
But
Tom,
you know
Tom Brady outcome of first pass, complete, incomplete, /sack, or an interception?
What's interception plus 1,200?
Plus 1,800.
1,800. I might do that now. Like you put $100 down on that, and you win $1,800. Like, woo!
Wow.
All right. That's enough of those because we
Yeah,
can get into
there's
those
a ton
all
of them.
day
There's a ton
long,
of them.
dude.
We'll do,
Absolutely.
you know what? And we may add some of those in our Super Bowl specials too because they're fun.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got
They're fun.
Thursday, we're going to go over a little bit more Super Bowl stuff. We'll probably grab some more prop bets for you guys. We'll be at Kirby in Midtown on Thursday evening, and then obviously we're going to have our Super Bowl special, which I'll give you all info on that here in a minute.
I know it's sad we're whittling down on football, but you know what? This time next year we may be amping up for the XFL. Who knows? That's supposed to be coming next year, but that is
The
TBD right now. So, Jeff, you wanted to talk some trades, some Odell Beckham, where Sam Darnold could go, where Deshaun Watson can go.
J.J.
I
Watt,
have some things,
Carson
but if
Wentz.
you want to go for
no,
it.
let me know what you got. So, I mean, I brought this up because of what just happened with Stafford, and the 5 big names that are out there are Odell Beckham, J.J. Watt, Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, and obviously Deshaun Watson. And Odell. We said this before, where the Browns, they look better without him. He's Mayfield's not trying. Baker's not trying to force the ball into Odell, and they played a lot better. And obviously, they won their first playoff game. And Cleveland's all hyped up about their Browns. Is Odell going to stay there? J.J. Watt. It is already said. I mean, he just had the interview on Tonight Show with what's his name last night
Jimmy Fallon.
with Jimmy Fallon, and everybody's taking that as he's gone. Right, so if you watch that, you can see his demeanor. It doesn't look good for the Texans. But if you're getting rid of Watson, you get rid of Watt too and get as much as you can, in my opinion. And then Carson Wentz, that's a shit show in itself. Like, everybody's talking about the Texans. Like, Carson Wentz story is a mess of what the contract that he's got, trying to move him. That's going to be a nightmare.
What is the contract so people know that you're talking about it's a nightmare?
I'm sure Grant will pull it up. I can't tell you the name right off the top of my head, but I know trying to move him is very, very difficult because of his contract.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the dude
gotcha.
has he signed a 4-year, $128 million contract, and he's got about his cap hit going forward is probably an additional 100, 110.
When was it signed?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
When was the deal signed?
That deal was signed
Last year?
After
the Super Bowl, after Foles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
2020. I'm sorry, it kicked in 2020. It'll kick in next year, 2021.
Yeah, and that's why it's hard to move him because $110 million against the cap.
He's $60 million dead cap hit if they were to just outright
holy
release
shit.
him.
I mean,
Wow.
yeah, you're gonna have to get compensation for him.
Yep.
Maybe we just saw a trade go down where what was that? Where somebody got $50 million for a trade.
That was Nolan.
That was So Colorado Rockies got back $50 million in for trading him. Like it's going to have to be something like that.
Yes.
Because you're going to take a huge hit getting Carson Wentz.
Yes.
I'll comment on some of the guys that you spoke upon, Jeff. Odell Beckham Jr., I mean, I just don't think there's no hype around him.
He's coming off his ACL being torn.
Right. There's just so many, like that's a situation I wouldn't want to go after. I wouldn't want him on my,
He's got off-the-field issues.
Well, he's
got
going to get
off-the-field
traded for
issues. He's got
50 cents
on-the-field
on the dollar.
issues.
Ever since he took that photograph on that boat for the Giants, like downhill.
Yeah.
and the LSU deal.
Oh, yeah, that was big time,
uh-huh.
too. Kevin Anthony, real quick, the Squares thing. I think we're going to have an SWB Squares at, I'll tell you in a minute where we're going to be Super Bowl.
Yes, stay tuned, stay tuned. It's going to be so much fun. And then, of course, Sam Darnold, I was looking at some places that he could go versus some places you want him to go. So it looks like Colts, Washington football team, Panthers, or 49ers are all really probable.
Could go to the Texans.
Or, exactly. It's so funny that
You
you
get
said
rid of
that
two of
because
these.
I have could trade for Watson. My demeanor towards Jeff because
Yeah.
you mentioned that earlier. And then, or you could draft Zach Wilson or Justin Fields. And then,
Yeah,
Sam
I mean, the
Darnold.
offseason
So,
for the NFL this year, fantastic.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, for quarterbacks. It's going to be great for us. I mean, for if you have a sports show or any sports, ESPN, Fox Sports, like it's
No, we are your sports show.
Yeah,
We are your sports show.
The offseason for the NFL is going to be awesome, and especially for Houston because, like you said, two of those names can get knocked out in one trade. You
Yep.
don't know.
Right, and lastly, as far as Deshaun Watson goes on these trades, and then I'll let you have the floor, Grant, is, I mean, Nick Caserio said he has no interest in trading Watson. That being said, if there was a trade that looked sexy enough, that looked good enough, where you don't want your guy, you're supposed to be the leader of the team, which Watson very well is, but he doesn't want to be here, you trade him. If he
It
doesn't want
came
to play
out.
for your
It
team.
came out today in a tweet that I read. Some inside information. Watson said he's not going to report to any camps.
So he's going to sit out.
There you go.
He's
and
going to sit out.
and he can afford that.
Yeah, he can.
He can afford to do that.
I don't know. I mean, Lauren.
And then if
You've got more of an inside track on all this than we probably do, but I mean, we're going to find out a ton of information in the coming weeks. Like if he says he's not reporting to any camps, this is going to be a holdout situation.
Check out my show, Texas Sports Nation, Sunday nights,
Nice
KPRC
plug.
Channel 2, and I will give you the latest.
And all of that, but you've seen how Houston sports fans have seen how this played out in your basketball team. So, I mean, like, it's almost crazy how much they mirror each other.
Well, and, I was
hate
going to tell people about that are so, like, against the Watson deal. Like, you don't know how things are going to play out, right? People were pissed about James Harden. Absolutely furiated. The Rockets are done. They're done for. Shit show Rockets, right?
Right.
Unbelievable. Yeah, look at them now. They're about to win.
59,
Hopefully
36.
They're about to win maybe their sixth in a row. They're the number one defense in the league since James Harden has gone, and they're shooting the ball all over the floor and playing as a team, and they are better now with Harden gone. I'm not comparing Harden to the Watson situation. I'm just saying you don't know what could happen. It's the NFL. They could end up with an incredible draft pick. Don't drop your Texans just yet because Watson's leaving. It's just one player, and you don't know what's going to happen.
It's a good call
I
in
couldn't say
that
better
aspect,
myself.
and then the different part of it is Harden was toxic, where Deshaun Watson wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no off-the-court issues with it. For all intents and purposes, Watson looks to be an incredible person, human being, like everything.
Right,
so,
right.
he's not at the strip clubs like doing,
Right.
whatever. But you don't know how things play out. You don't know yet. So don't throw your Texans away just yet.
Right.
You don't know if Kyle McNair's going to end up selling the team. It might be in a trade with the team
Shoot.
and Watson and everything. Like, you don't know. Next year, the Texans could end up being a really good team. So don't throw them away just yet.
And last thing I'll say about Watson, if they were to go through with the trade, it looks like the Jets are the most likely place that he could go at this moment. I could see it being really hard for the Texans and Nick Caserio saying, go to the Jacksonville Jaguars,
I would
as
love
we
that.
talked about,
Yep.
because they're in the same division.
I would love that.
That would be crazy.
Any thoughts on Watson
really
at
doubt
this
it.
point?
I would.
They're not gonna
love
allow
him.
that.
I would love him in Jacksonville.
no way they're gonna
That would
allow
be
that.
so juicy.
Yeah,
I
but
would love
Kyle's
it.
not. I don't care. Or Nick Caserio, they're not going to be like, sure, same division. No,
Same
there's
division?
no.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Nah, no. Any rumor, any places that you think he would end up if he didn't sit out?
I mean,
when
I
they
think
were
the
tra-
favorite's the Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the favorite is the New York Jets.
I think that
Jets
JJ
have all the capital to make it happen.
Yeah, I think so too. That's the place. I think we bring in Darnold and a couple of picks, maybe 3 or 4 picks, and maybe a defensive player.
Hey, go up to Dallas and take Zeke too. Y'all can have him. Give us something good for that.
I think JJ Watt will end up at a Green Bay Packer. That's home for him, Wisconsin, and I think that gives him a great shot at winning the Super Bowl next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could get a hell of 5 players for him.
Yeah.
Or
absolutely.
draft picks from Green Bay, but who knows? That's my take on JJ, but we'll see.
That's your take. All right, so we're going to move to the NBA. We mentioned Harden a minute ago and the Rockets, but we'll just talk about the top teams right now in the standings. So we got in the Eastern Conference, the Philadelphia 76ers with a record of 15-6, the Brooklyn Nets, where James Harden is at, 13-9, and the Milwaukee Bucks at 11-8. Now,
Interesting story about the Nets because Harden went over there. They're the number 1 offense in the league and the last defense in the league. Like, it's insane if you look at their numbers. They just won the other night 145-127. Like, they're the worst defense in the league and the best offense in the league. It's just such an awkward dynamic up there. And I don't. Steve Nash he's got his hands full.
I mean, you got dominant players on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then we move to the Western Conference, where the LA Clippers are 16-5. In second, Utah Jazz 15-5, and the Lakers 15-6. The Rockets here in Houston fall down to number 10, but they are finally at 500, 9-9, and could go above to win 10 games after tonight's.
Yep. Grant's Mavericks, one stat about them, Luka is shooting worse than Russell Westbrook from the three-point line.
Yeah,
Right.
Luka
And Giannis.
That's so weird.
Luka, and that's what's crazy about it is that when if I were to just tell you his stats and his numbers are fantastic. He's averaging 27 points a game, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Like, that's the
almost a
dude's
triple-double.
averages.
Yep.
But he's shooting less than 30% from the three-point line. Like, that's
weird.
That is terrible.
Right.
And he's a high-efficiency field goal percentage. Inside the three, he's over 50%. Behind the three, he's at 30%, or less than 30%, 29.4. So, Man, the Mavericks had a lot of problems, man. I'm really kind of shocked at the way the Mavericks are playing. I'm surprised by this.
Especially last year with him hitting that game-winning shot, all the talk was Luka.
Yes.
Luka.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
for
And
sure.
the playoffs when he dropped that three-pointer,
Yes.
them winning the Mavericks were the talk. Like, they're on the road to being really, really good. I thought they'd be better than this so far this year. Now, it's early in the NBA season, but so far, I thought Luka would be better and the Mavericks would be too.
The worst three-point shooting team in the league.
That's crazy.
Dallas.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Well, like you said, it's worse than Russell Westbrook, his 3-point percentage, and Russell's at 33.3, and then Giannis is at 29.3.
He's kind of in the background too. Milwaukee
Yeah.
and Giannis are
That's weird.
But this is the crazy thing about the NBA is this is why the early part of the NBA season doesn't matter. Things work themselves out, and cream always rises to the top, right?
And
so
that's-
at the end of the season, you'll see all these numbers kind of level out and where they should be, and the teams will it'll be LA and somebody back in the finals.
It's true too about that situation. But I will say, with the bubble happening and then having a month and a half, 2
real
months
quick
off,
turnaround.
and then turn around and going back into a season, and thinking about, we mentioned Tom Brady earlier, having the time in his house alone to just watch film and prepare for the Super Bowl. Well, that's what these guys were kind of going through in the bubble.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything
It
else
was
to
all
focus
basketball all
on
the time,
but
yeah.
basketball. So now, it's a back-to-back season, kind of with a little downtime, and they're not concentrated on just the court.
Well, as soon as our Super Bowl
Gotta take that
special
into
is
consideration.
over, we're gonna get into. We'll have an NBA special, and we'll have another breakdown of all the NBA teams and players and what we think is gonna happen. But that'll be after our Super Bowl special. But until, I'll let you guys know in a minute. After Grant's Did You Know? Let's get into some history.
So you know what's fancy about what we're doing? I got pictures to go with it this time.
Oh,
Hey,
So we got
thanks to me.
pictures.
We got a picture of
Yeah,
Tosin. Do we have a
thanks.
picture of Tosin?
No, we don't
Man,
want a picture of Tosin.
we need a picture of
No, we
Tosin.
don't
I
need
want
a
to see
picture of
Tosin. I've never
No,
seen
you don't want to
Tosin's
see
face.
that guy. You don't want to see that guy.
Speaking of Tosin,
So speaking of Tosin, we want to thank him and his company, Texas AV Productions, are responsible for this segment. They are your event partner for all things live production, setup, designing, installation, corporate events, concerts, and touring support. If you mention Sports with Balls, you will receive a free consultation plus 10% off your total bill. Call them at 281-241-7520 and check them out online at txavpro.com. They will take really good care of you. Throw an awesome party. So as we know, today is February the 1st. We're already into February.
boom.
Boom. So February 1st, 1948. Did you know Johnny Palmer set a 36-hole PGA Tour scoring record with rounds of 62 and 64 in the Tucson Open? But imagine this, Jeff. You start off a tournament with a 62 and a 64, and you end up losing by one stroke to Skip Alexander,
Damn.
who carded for a tournament total, which was then a record total. See, look, there's a picture of him right there. 264. The current record for 72 holes is Justin Thomas, who did that in 2017. His scoring was
262.
253.
253.
Yeah.
Woo.
2017.
Man.
February.
Justin Thomas is like 5'7".
I know, that little dude.
He's
That dude can
tiny.
hit a golf ball,
Oh,
though.
yeah, he can.
February 1st, 1984, American lawyer and businessman, the late, great David Stern. Did you know David
yeah.
Stern became the NBA commissioner, succeeding Larry O'Brien, and he stayed in that position until 2014.
Yep.
When and then he recently last
And
year
then he
passed away.
Yeah, David Stern was a great commissioner for basketball.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
was.
a couple of years now.
I just remember the big thing. There was a picture I have of him right there. I saw that picture and I really liked it. One of the things I remember that was so controversial about David Stern. You remember whenever he made the dress code,
Yeah, Allen Iverson.
and everybody was like up in arms about it. And now, like, how many times you see pictures of players before games in their fashion and their clothes
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that stuff? Like, it's a big deal now.
Yep.
And everybody's making a big deal about it. And then in 2014, American businessman and lawyer Adam Silver became the 5th NBA commissioner on 2014 on February 1st. And I got a picture with Adam Silver and his boss. Adam Silver, of course, is the commissioner in the NBA, and I included a picture of him with his boss. So you'll see it here in just a second.
Well,
so
they
Adam
see it
Silver.
live. This is on a delay.
I know, but they see it right now. He's pictured with his boss. February 1st, 1995.
I'm assuming you're going to say, I haven't even seen the picture. Is it LeBron James?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, with his boss, LeBron James.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
so true.
that's true.
February
That's
1st,
true.
1995. Did you know Utah Jazz guard John Stockton passed Magic Johnson for the all-time NBA assist mark of 9,221? He still holds the record currently at 15,806 assists.
Stockton,
Beast. You know who the current most active is? The current most assists who's active right now?
James Harden,
Chris Paul. 9,809. And that puts him 7th place overall. February 1st, 1962, the Major League Baseball National League releases its very first 162-game schedule.
What year was this?
1962.
And
Nice.
what was it before that?
I don't know what it was before that, but they made it to where 18 games between opponents, so that's why they got to 100.
Not
Real
gonna
quick.
lie, I wish it was a
real
little
quick, they've
shorter.
got an option out right now. Start the season a month later and 148 games right now.
Yeah, something like that. February 1st, 1992, slugging outfielder Barry Bonds signed his highest single-year contract in Major League Baseball history at $4.7 million.
Oh, my gosh.
That was the highest, 1992.
Golly.
He ended up making $192 million in his career. The great Barry Bonds. There's a picture I have of him on the Pittsburgh Pirates. I love Barry Bonds on the Pirates.
me
He was
too.
awesome.
Me too.
February 1st, we're getting down to it. 2008, Minnesota starter Johan Santana signed a 6-year, $137.5 million deal with the New York Mets to become the highest-paid pitcher in Major League Baseball history. And just so everybody knows, recently, Garrett Cole signed a 9-year, $324 million contract. It's gone quite a while. Absolutely.
Show me the money.
1950,
Show me the money.
Green Bay Packers founder and player and coach Curly Lambeau resigned after 31
man.
seasons and 6 NFL titles to his credit. Of course, that's we know who named after Lambeau Field.
Don't say it.
And then February 1st,
Jeff, did you know
1968,
that?
did you know Vince Lombardi stepped down as Green Bay Packers head coach in favor of longtime assistant Bill
Damn,
Bingston?
it's a shitty day for Green Bay.
I know.
February 1st is a really bad day.
I know. And then, of course, we've got some NFL stuff I'm going to go over real quick. 2014, Peyton Manning became all-time record holder for MVP trophies, winning his 5th.
Damn.
Also, 2013 Offensive Player of the Year. Ray Guy, 2014, became the second pure kicker and first punter, and still is the only punter to be inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
That's a
Like
good one.
David Culley.
Yeah. That is Vince Lombardi, yeah. Super Bowl, whatever that is, 2015. I don't know if you remember this game. New England Patriots
49.
beat Seattle Seahawks. And that's the Malcolm Butler interception.
Yeah,
And they
that's
should've
the.
run
You
football.
should have ran
Seattle-
it. You should have
Seattle-
ran it.
Yeah.
Tom-
Beast mode. They should have given it to Beast mode right up the middle.
Yep, Tom Brady's 6th Super Bowl win. And then, of course, we go to Houston. 2004, February 1st, 2004. The game's not really that important. The game was in Reliance Stadium. New England Patriots beat Carolina Panthers. No big deal, right?
Okay.
Like, that was kind of whatever. That was Tom Brady's 2nd Super Bowl win. The halftime show.
Oh, yeah, the titty.
Yes.
Ah.
So you had the famous wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah,
Janet Jackson's
wardrobe malfunction.
breast is exposed
Yeah,
during the halftime
Justin
show
Timberlake.
of the Super Bowl,
there
resulting
it is.
resulting in U.S. broadcasters adopting a stronger adherence to FCC censorship.
Way to go,
guidelines.
H-Town.
Yeah.
Always something about strippers in Houston.
I know.
Always something
absolutely.
about H-Town. Yep, I don't understand.
And then real quick, two big birthdays. February 1st, 1987, the great Ronda Rousey was born. So today is Ronda
nice.
Rousey's birthday.
87?
1987, yeah. There's a good picture of her. She looks
So
pretty
she's what,
fit.
like 30?
33. She's 33.
Yeah, she looks pretty fit. And then I know we don't talk hockey
40.
too much, but Conn Smythe,
Oh, Conn Smythe.
1895 was born. Of course, his trophies, former
Conn Smythe,
Toronto Maple Leafs owner, player, coach, and the Conn Smythe Trophy
Yep.
is named after him.
Real
Just
quick,
so
we're
you
running
know.
up against it, y'all.
Good stuff.
We
Good
are
stuff,
going to
Grant.
be at McIntyre's for the Super Bowl from 2 to 3:30. McIntyre's bar. It's awesome.
That's where we're gonna
so
be.
Cannot wait. The flyer's made. We're gonna put it up here pretty soon at super fired up for that show. Live from 2 to 3:30. We're going to have games, giveaways, all kinds of stuff. And if you want to talk on the mic, we got an open mic there, too, on Super Bowl Sunday. So
Hey, we're going to have contestants. You're going to come up, you're going to play,
Win
and you're
prizes.
going to win some stuff and hang out with us. It's going to be
Jeff
a lot
will
of
break
fun.
dance.
Yep.
Lauren will
Break
dance.
dance.
Jeff, you got some birthdays?
Lauren may sing. Lauren may sing.
gonna be fun.
Jeff, you got some birthdays you want to say real quick?
Oh, yeah, Nolan Ryan, Jackie Robinson.
Happy
Their birthday yesterday was awesome.
Yesterday.
Follow us on our Sports with Balls Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all of it. Just say our name. We're on there. I want to thank Joe Applewhite, Applewhite Realty, 713-291-5270. Also, David Carrier at Smarter Mortgage. And his info. What? Oh, I lost David's info.
You're supposed to have it memorized.
I know. Come on,
my
man.
bad. Call David Carrier, 281-650-0648 at Smarter Mortgage. Call today to secure tomorrow.
I love that. Just real quick, not a Sooners fan, but OU and Tech just tipped off, and OU moved from number 24 to the 9th spot.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Just wanted to mention a little bit. But hey, thank you so much to Hybrid Technologies Group and Roy Stanton. They got you covered when it comes to phone and cable services and cloud services and all that stuff. Give them a call at 832-336-1201. Call Roy Stanton, mention Sports with Balls, and get a discount. On to you, Grant.
Construction Concepts. We want to thank them as well. They've been OGs from the beginning of this thing. We want to thank them. 713-589-2682. They build some really cool shit. So give them a call and they will do that for you.
I love that.
They will.
That's
most
your
definitely.
word today, man.
That's right. I like that word. It's a good word.
All right.
And also Chris's Tailgate for hosting us. As always, we'll be at Chris's Tailgate Midtown on Thursday night. But until then, I'm Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, Grant Miles, and Johnny J. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Thanks for paying attention and watching Sports with Balls.
Yes.
Balls.
See you then. Can't wait.
And
Whoop, whoop.
Tosin, Texas AV Productions. Call them, 281-241-7520. Balls.
In my 6'4" and let the top dine. Trunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet. Cause this is how we do it in that 713. My candy red paint cocked up on foe. Shocking and body rocking cause the south side ho. DJ Screw got me falling asleep. This is how we do